I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. The Instagram just cut off. Maybe. Yeah, I think they allow only 1 hour for live videos. So we are back. We are going to reconnect with Professor Galadin Inshallah to continue with from where she stopped. We are so sorry. This has happened because Instagram disconnected us actually. So so we are waiting for Prof to be online again so that we can bring her back on camera. So, and all the discussions that we have will be available on our Instagram TV, and we are also going to upload same to our Facebook pages, inshallah.
Yeah. So was it the network?
Just let us 1 hour for live videos.
Okay.
So
All
we,
right. Okay.
so
All
yeah.
right. So I was talking about the emotional aspect. And as I said, I think Dr. Maimuna really did justice to that. So this particular long-term effects, I've seen married women that, for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 5 months, 6 months, they have not allowed their husbands close to them. If you know what is phobia, as soon as the husband comes close to them, they start shaking.
Oh my
And
God.
there's no way he can touch them. So at the beginning, the husband might be saying, okay, it's because it's the first time,
Yeah.
1 month, 2 months, 6 months, they have to tell their parents, and then they bring them. Even a month ago, somebody came to me with that same problem. So it's very possible that this girl might have had such a sexual assault, during her childhood. We really don't know. And it's very difficult, So even to examine her and find out whether she has, probably an organic problem, that she has probably a structural problem, she won't allow me to examine her. And you think it's a joke, but it's not a joke. You scream, you shout, she will not allow you. So for these people, we have to take them to the theater, anesthetize them, give them anesthesia, so that we can examine them and make sure they are structurally okay. It's not a matter of they have some deformity. All right. And then if we find that, then we will now have to do, it has to be psychology. We'll have to send them to Dr. Maimuna to do the rest of, the rest of the, the rest of the therapy, because then there's nothing we can do. This same women, at times when they even allow the husbands, then when they come to deliver, it becomes a problem. I've had a patient that the baby died inside her because she refused us to examine her. She refused us to examine her to even know whether she's actually progressing in labor or not. At the end of the day, the baby died, and we had to do an operation to bring out that baby. Now, subsequently, after that, it's only operation that we do. We don't even attempt to do a vaginal examination for her. Now, this is what is, the real effect gynecologically of long-term complications. And they can have nightmares and flashbacks and severe phobias that you can't really examine. So ladies and gentlemen, the big question that we need to ask ourselves over and over and over and over is why? Why and why? Why do these things happen? What do we do to prevent sexual assault and sexual violence happening? And as Maimuna said, or Zainab said, you can even have sexual violence of spouses, of husbands and wives. All right. So really, why is this happening? And I think Zainab has touched part of it, and it is a holistic approach. None of us can do it alone. No single aspect, no single part of the community can do it alone, or single part of, you know, the society. We've got to work together if we want to achieve this goal. It has to be holistic. Now, the family, there is no doubt the family has key roles to play. Key roles to play. Maimuna has said, make sure you create a family that children can thrive.
A kind of good climate for the family.
Good climate, she said, just as you're looking for the right climate, not winter, not a terrible summer, of course, not tsunami. So you need to find the right climate in your home. Now, there is nobody in that home, like, for example, somebody was saying because it is her brother, she did not tell the husband, she did not want to tell the husband. Who the hell are you as a brother to come into a house and molest a girl, a child in the house, and you're not accounted for, you're not being punished for it? How can we allow such a society? How can you allow such a society? All right? Or you think is the husband, and because he's your husband, he's not her father, and you're covering him up? Really, the problems at times is even from the mothers and from us as mothers and grandmothers and so on. So we've got to say no to this. We've got to say enough is enough. We've got to speak out. If there's anybody that is found vulnerable, anybody that is found, wanting, he should be brought out, and he should, of course, that brings the legal system.
Yes.
The legal system has to work. Without a legal system, there is no way we can continue. We can't achieve anything. You take somebody to court, you've got to get a legal system that will protect the girl that is raped, or the woman. You've got to get a system that will protect that woman or girl, and to give the right judgment. Now, that has to be done. The legal system is key. Now, our religious leaders and traditional leaders, we've got to improve our morals. We've got to continue to talk about this in our churches, in our mosques, in our sermons. We've got to say enough is enough. There is no religion that allows this. There is no society that should accept this. And the more we talk about it, the more people realize it's the wrong thing, and the more people do something about it. The society, the community has to say enough is enough. If you are a rapist in the society, you've got to be punished for that. The whole society should not accept it. And of course, the government. And the government should put us on enabling policies. The Child Right Act, Zainab talked about it a lot. The bill that is there on the rapist. We have to have a policy. The government has to give us an enabling environment for policies that can protect the legal system, protect the families, and protect the religious and the traditional leaders. So we need that sort of, we should be provided the government. So I think I think just in a nutshell, this is a bit that I want to say. But as I said, Zainab and Maimuna have really done justice to the topic. And thank you so much, Mazvi. And we hope at the end of the day, this sort of interaction and communication will continue, so that we can work together and see how we can end this epidemic, this silent epidemic. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Prof. And we are so grateful for giving us your time to talk about this. It was so much insightful and educative. So we have one question here. The question said, how can you as a gynecologist report a rapist to the police with or without the consent of the parents in the case of the minor? Is it a doctor duty bound to report cases?
Now, unfortunately not. So we cannot report unless we have the consent of the parents.
Yes.
Even if it's a minor, we can't, because, okay, take for example, you take them to court. Who is coming to come and present or on up the case? You just can't. It's not possible. The doctors can't. Yes, it has to be with the consent of the parents. So unless we have the consent of the parents, if we have the consent of the parents, we've been to court about 3-4 times from Aminu Kano Teaching Hospital because of that. I know, but some parents will tell you capital N-O, and there's nothing you can do.
When it helps someone from maybe the inside of the family or maybe a close relation.
Exactly. So it has to be with the consent of the parents.
Thank you so much, Professor.
Yeah.
So that creative, and we thank you so much, and we hope in the future, because this is just the beginning. So we are delighted to be inviting you again whenever something happens. Masbi will be happy to collaborate with you, inshallah. Most of the time, to have the time, we invite you to come and educate our viewers, to educate us, and shed more light on some things that we want to know as an organization, and give us some and a kind of elderly advices, professional advice, and whatever. Thank you very much, Professor. We are grateful, and thank you for your time.
All right, thank you so much, Haja, and best of luck. Thanks.
Hello viewers, that was Professor Hadiza Shehu Galadanchi from Aminu Kano Teaching Hospital. And as I told you, this is just the beginning. And Masbi is dedicated to fight rape from all angles of life. So we have a team of dedicated professionals. We have the doctors, we have the nurses, we have the lawyers, we have all sorts of professions that are ready to fight for these survivors. As Dr. Maimuna said, we shouldn't call them victims. They are actually the survivors. So all our discussions will be on the Instagram TV, and we'll be posting them to our Facebook pages and also our website, inshallah. And we are looking forward to have a fruitful discussion in future. Thank you all very much for joining. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.